Welcome to English Story 2 Day. Don't forget like and subscribe.
Hello, my name is Emma. I'm 32 years old. I work in a small office. My life is simple. Every day, I wake up early, drink my coffee, and take the bus to work. I sit at my desk, answer emails, and help customers. My life is quiet, but I don't mind. I enjoy the peace. I read books. I go for walks. I sometimes feel lonely, but I tell myself good things take time. Then one day, something new happened. Our old boss retired, and we got a new one. His name is Daniel. He was 40 years old, tall, with kind eyes and a gentle smile. On his first day, he walked into the office and said, "Good morning, everyone." His voice was calm and warm. He shook hands with everyone, even me. "Hi, I'm Daniel," he said. I smiled. "Hi, I'm Emma. Welcome to our little office." He smiled back. From that moment, I knew something was different. He was not like other bosses. He didn't act like he was better than us. He asked questions, listened, and even helped carry boxes during lunch breaks. As weeks passed, I started to enjoy work more. I liked talking to him. He always said, "Good morning, Emma," and I smiled every time. We started having short chats during coffee breaks. We talked about books, weekend plans, and favorite movies. He laughed at my jokes and I laughed at his. But I didn't let my heart hope too much. Maybe he was just being nice. Then one day, he asked me, "Do you want to have lunch together?" My heart skipped a beat, but I said, "Sure." That lunch was special. We didn't talk about work. We talked about life. He told me he moved to this city recently and he was single. That word "single" stayed in my mind all day. I smiled to myself when I heard it. From that day, our connection grew stronger. He would sometimes wait for me after work. We would walk to the bus stop together, talking and laughing. One evening, it started to rain. I didn't have an umbrella, so he held his over both of us. We walked close, and my heart felt warm. "I like walking with you," he said. "I like it too," I whispered. A few days later, he asked me out again. "Would you like to go to the art museum this Saturday?" I nodded with a smile. "Yes, I'd love to." That Saturday felt like a dream. We walked through paintings, talked about our favorite colors, and had coffee in a quiet cafe. At one point, he looked at me and said, "Emma, I really enjoy spending time with you." I smiled. "Me too." That evening, he walked me home. He didn't try to rush things. He didn't make me uncomfortable. He simply said, "I hope we can do this again." And we did. We went to parks, cafes, and little bookstores. He never talked about just himself. He asked me about my dreams, my childhood, my favorite songs. And he always remembered the small things I told him. Once I mentioned I liked sunflowers. The next week, he surprised me with a sunflower in a glass jar for my desk. I was touched. Then one evening, as we walked by the lake, he gently held my hand. "I've been wanting to do that for a while," he said softly. I smiled. "Me too." That night, I lay in bed, looking at the ceiling, smiling to myself. My heart was full, not with pain, but with peace. This love didn't hurt. It felt safe. It felt kind. It felt real. Our relationship continued to grow. He never rushed me. We took it slow. We respected each other. We laughed. We talked. We supported one another at work and in life. He even met my parents. My mom whispered, "He's a good man, Emma." One afternoon, he looked at me and said, "Emma, I feel lucky to have you in my life." I felt my eyes fill with happy tears. I feel lucky too. One day at work, he stood in front of everyone during a team meeting and said, "I want to thank Emma, not just for her work, but for her kindness and the light she brings to this office." Everyone clapped. I blushed, but my heart was proud. He saw me. He appreciated me, not just for what I did, but for who I was. Time passed. One Sunday morning, we walked in the park holding hands. The sun was warm. Birds were singing. He stopped walking and turned to me. "Emma," he said, "I know we met in a small office, but you've become the biggest part of my life. Will you share your life with me?" I felt tears in my eyes. I nodded and said, "Yes, Daniel, 1,000 times yes." He smiled and hugged me. And in that moment, I knew this love was right. We didn't have to hide. We didn't have secrets. We built something strong, something honest, something true. Now, I still work in that same office, but life feels different, happier, warmer. I go home to someone who loves me for who I am. I wake up every day with a smile. I believe now that love comes when you least expect it, but when it's right, you feel it in your soul. So, dear friends, thank you for listening to my story. If you are waiting for love, please don't give up. The right kind of love doesn't hurt. It helps you grow. It brings peace, not pain. And most of all, it finds you when you're ready. Please take care of your heart. Keep believing. And remember, the best love is the one that feels like home. If you enjoyed my story, please like, comment, and share it with someone who believes in true love. And don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming stories.